Hello, Kate Jones here again, offering some additional information to support you in your transition to the upper school. This communication will include information related to the front office, student support and service contacts, the first 2 weeks of schedule rotation, as well as basics for campus safety and security. As the whereabouts of your student are important to us, we ask that you partner with us and let us know in advance of any absence, late arrival, early departure, or off-campus appointment. Simply email usattendance@sasaustin.org or give us a call at 512-299-9700. You're also always welcome to pop in person. If a student has a free first or last period, they must sign in and sign out in the front office. It's important to note that if a student does not arrive by advisory, they are not able to participate in extracurriculars such as the musical or athletics after school. A school-sponsored absence is one in which our programming has put the student in conflict. For example, if they have an athletic competition that they need to leave school early for, the absence for the class they may miss is excused. An explained absence, however, is one in which you may have called in an explanation for that absence, whether it's related to a personal trip or illness. That absence does count toward our tracking of absences in any given course, as we really do value that in-person time, both the instruction and community participation. Anytime a student gets to 3 absences, it is an alert. If a student within our block schedule gets to 6 absences, we may need to review the credit for that course. An unexcused absence, of course, is that where they do not have your permission for that absence. And that does count toward the accrual and the tracking of absences. There are several days throughout the school year where we gather as a community to celebrate a variety of things, whether it is an aspect of our Episcopal identity, cultural competency, athletic awards, or the like. These are days in which our schedule is modified slightly to have an expanded chapel time. We ask that parents and students are particularly alert to those days and do not schedule any off-campus appointments. The next week or so, we will be in contact with those days. I want to take a moment to introduce you to the student support team. Assistant Head of Upper School and Dean for Students, yours truly. Assistant Dean of Students, Dave Guidi. Our Upper School Chaplain, Mother Whitney. Our School Counselor, Heather Latre. And our Learning Specialist, Nuala Judicki. This is a team that meets on a weekly basis to review any students that may be struggling, and that could pertain to academics or social emotional, and we work to offer a strategy and come up with a strategy to help that student. Your advisor, of course, is your primary contact, but this is also a team that you can reach out to if your student is struggling. Important people to know. Head of Upper School, Todd Stevenson. Upper School Director of Curriculum Instruction, Millie Perez. And Upper School Registrar, Carrie Nelson. These people are great resource and contacts within the school. Again, for your initial questions, we do encourage you to direct those to your advisor, and they can help let you know whether it's a simple answer or whether you would reach out to an additional resource to be able to find a solution or get support. Additional folks for student services, we have an Upper School Assistant Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Hope Ruiz. Our K-12 Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Kendall Evans. Our Upper School Wellness Coordinator, Kristen Benjamin. Our K-12 Director of Health and Wellness, Amanda Boardman. And our K-12 Director of Social and Emotional Learning, Scott Zimmerman. Not only are these key folks with regard to curriculum in their specified area, they are wonderful and important resources for our students, parents, and our faculty. Your student will receive their schedule during orientation, and the first 2 weeks of classes will follow this rotating pattern. Notice the number at the top of the day. That designates which class comes first. Again, once your student receives their schedule, we'll talk them through the overlay in these first 2 weeks. The school day begins at 8:30 and ends at 3:45, except for Wednesday when the school day begins at 9:15 and has 75-minute classes during the day, which ends still at 3:45. You've probably already noticed that we have a guard who monitors the front entrance and exit. We also have a guard who rotates on foot throughout our campus. In the first couple weeks, your student will come home with 4 St. Andrews windshield decals per family to aid our front guard with screening. Please note that we are a closed campus, meaning that once your student arrives on campus, they are not permitted to leave without your permission and our permission. And the guard monitors that with passes that we administer through the front office. A closed campus also means that students do not have permission to just leave for lunch or other events during the day unless they are of some type of scheduled medical appointment that you have worked with them on. If you are dropping and picking your student up at the main circle, we ask that you drive carefully on campus, particularly the front end and the back end of the day when our students are independently driving often onto campus or off of campus. We also ask that if you are going to pull up into the main circle pickup, that you leave space for cars to enter and exit into the parking lot. We also ask that you do not linger longer than it takes for you to be able to pick up or drop off your student. There are several parking spaces in the front couple of rows for parents if there's something that you might need to attend to on campus. Tuesday, August 6th, please check your email for IT communication regarding software installation, My SAS access, and very importantly, student email configuration and access. We hope this communication was helpful. If you have additional questions, please feel free to hit reply on this email to come in or to give us a call. Again, be on the lookout for emails on Friday from Joan Winter related to the next week of programming, as well as emails related to orientation that would come from your advisor or myself. We're excited for a great year.